This is Fari. Go off. Go off. Go off.
Peace, everyone. Good afternoon. This time it really is the afternoon. Earlier, I said good afternoon and it was the AM. That's because I was just excited to start my day. Well, I am back. And again, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. I always say, and I always speak about mental health, okay? Because that is something that we should be talking about on a daily basis, but instead, people don't talk about it. You know, they kind of just go over it, like they just push aside everything else that's very vital to our health and well-being, you know. But it is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the last 8 days of Mental Health Awareness Month, and I'm bringing on another sister on the show by the name of Danielle. She was on my show a few weeks ago, and we was talking about her book. We talked about her journey, and we also spoke about the jewelry she makes. This ring right here. You see that? Yeah. She put that together. I love it. This is also my baby's birthstone. So she's just the bomb, and she wrote this book that I want you all to pick up. Whoever is watching this segment, I want you all to pick up her book. She's going to read us a few passages of her book. Give us a little excerpt, and it's about mental health and wellness. It's a 21-day journey to health, wellness, and spirit. Is that what the book is actually called? Health, wellness, and spirit. It's a 21-day journey, right, Lauren?
Hello, PCCs.
Hey.
It's a journey to well-being. Yeah.
Yes, a journey to well-being. It's 21 days. That's what it is.
A 21-day guide to mind, body, spirit, and health.
Let me tell you, that title was so long. I just know that I like the passages in the book. Okay. She has affirmations all in that book. She has affirmations in the book and I'm very big on affirmations, y'all. Like super big on affirmations. I speak it into my life on a constant basis, you know? So when I seen her pages of her book and each page has an affirmation at the end of it, I'm like, look at this girl. She just got it. She's just doing it, you know? And then the book is all about health and wellness. All about health and wellness. Now, there's a certain passage in that book, right, that I'm going to have her read from, because earlier today we were speaking about forgiveness and mental health. I was like, I know she don't got a passage in her book about what I was talking about today. And she does. She does. And it's in her book. So I really need her to read that. But before you get to reading your book, the first book you ever wrote, on top of that, look at her going on her bed. So she's an author and everything now, you know. She started doing all this, doing this, now she's an author, you know. But before you get into your book, I want you to tell us about your journey and what made you write that book. Because I know a little bit about your journey, but they don't know, you know.
Yeah.
So they need to hear about your journey and what led you to this.
Absolutely, and I'm here to share it. So, 2016 was a difficult time leading up to 2016. I was basically in a very difficult stage of my life, as far as like, you know, just not happy where I was with myself, with the situation I was in, and I basically was on a path to deep depression. And I would, you know, on the outside, a lot of people would think that, you know, everything was perfectly fine because I got good at wearing masks. But there would be days that I didn't even want to like go into my house. I was married at the time. There would be days that I didn't even want to like go into the house. Like home didn't feel at home. So, you know, again, I was a professional mask wearer, and you know, it just got really, really heavy. And I said, okay, something has to shift. Like this is not where I want to be. So I have to do something now and quick. So I was reading a book called The Life You Were Born to Live, I believe. I forgot his name, but I think the author's name is Milan, I want to say. The Life You Were Born to Live. And in the book, it was saying that my birth number, we thrive by getting into like healing arts and activities such as yoga. So I said, okay, well, I was very at this point of my life, I was probably like 145 pounds. This was like my heaviest weight. It was unhealthy weight. When I look back now, I share some of my pictures on my Instagram page for proof that people like that this was a major
And how
transformation
tall are
for
you?
me. I'm 5'1".
145 and 5'1". Okay. All right.
Yeah,
We're putting
so I
together
was
the weight here.
145. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
145 was my heaviest weight. I was losing hair. It was just one day I was getting ready for work, and I just happened to, I had locks in my hair. So I was just getting ready for work one morning, you look in the mirror, but I didn't really look in the mirror, if you get what I'm saying. So one day, this particular day, Spirit just said, lift up the back of your hair. So I lift up the back of my hair, and all of my locks were gone in the back. Had no idea. So that was kind of like the turning point. Like, all right, you losing hair, your weight is unhealthy, you're stressed out, you're crying all the time. It's time to do something. So again, I was reading the book, and that's when it mentioned that yoga would be good for my birth number. So I found a yoga studio. I got started with hot yoga, which is crazy. It's like starting yoga and hot yoga at that, but it was very healing to me. And I went to this yoga class just about every morning before work. So 5, 6 a.m. I was in this hot yoga class, getting it in. And that was my turning point for my journey. That helped me to break through from that negative mindset that I was in. And after that, once I see how much it helped me, I was like, I have to share this with other people. And I got certified that same year. This was June, I believe, June or July of 2016. And I went to go get certified in a 200-hour intensive Egyptian yoga certification in Portland, Jamaica. This was my first time ever going out of the country. And I just needed this complete shift. And even that yoga training was also healing to me. It was 2 weeks in Jamaica, and I literally went through a mind, body, spirit cleanse there. And on my blog, on my website, I share a picture of me basically at the completion, well, before the yoga training, and then at the completion of the yoga training, and I look like a totally different person. So basically that from there, that inspired me to continue to see different healing modalities that was supportive for me as I continue to heal and grow. And that's when I developed my holistic therapy brand. And then so from there, I said, okay, so I feel like I want to write a book. Like that's like a major accomplishment. I feel like a lot of people like to tap into. So I was like, I'm gonna just write a book. And I just basically created a book, a 21-day guide to what supported me on my journey to well-being, and I wanted others to experience the same. So that's what prompted me to begin writing the book.
And I'm so proud of you. I remember, I kind of watched you during your transformation. You know what I mean? And what is so like ironic is you and I were going through the same thing at the same time. We was going through the same thing. We was going through the same exact thing. I was at that time period. I was also in the marriage, and I was coming out of. I didn't like going home. I didn't even like being in the house, with that person, because that energy I was feeling was just not good. It was tearing me down, all that kind of stuff, and I was losing my hair. My hair was coming out, was thinning. I think I had underneath my eyes, like as if I wasn't getting sleep, even though I was sleeping, but it just was showing in my face that I was under stress. I was under some type of depression. There was something not right in my life, although at that time period, I was already, I already had my holistic healing certification. I already had my, let me see, in 2015, I already had my holistic healing certification. I already had, I believe, my certification for Reiki. I believe I already had my Reiki certification in 2015. I wasn't a master yet. I didn't become a master Reiki practitioner until 2017, I believe. Yeah, 17. But I already had the Reiki, I already had the holistic healing, I already had the spiritual counseling certification. It seems as if back then I wasn't able to apply everything I knew on myself. I was only able to help other people. And sometimes that's what it is. It's like you can't, sometimes it's like it's hard to help yourself, but you can help others, And so I did see that we were going through similar things around the same period, and it just, the growth just kept going though. It's like we wouldn't let that certain thing hold us down. We just went up, not down. We just went up. Came out of that little area we was in and just kind of went up, worked our way up, And that's what it's about, just growing out of that situation, with you, right? I'm not sure really what was going on in your marriage or what was happening in your marriage at that time, but it was stressing you out. You was going through some form of depression and so forth. How you went through the yoga transformation, right? And you did the comedic yoga transformation, hot yoga as well, the hot yoga girl. How did that help you with your depression? Explain to them how the yoga actually helped get you out of depression.
Well, so I want to say that with the yoga, and so let me back up. So one of my main things that was going on is that I couldn't express, or when I expressed, how I was feeling, or, trying to get that out, like it wasn't received. So a lot of it ended up being kept in.
Right.
And I, with that being held in, I started to experience body pains. Like my entire body, when I say my body was aching from head to toe, like that's because I'm also an empath, so I'm very sensitive. And when you are inviting things that you don't want and you keep allowing it to happen, it manifests in a physical ailment in your body. So mine was pain. I was going through pain, but then I was also experiencing I was emotionally feeling pain. And then I, in turn, started feeling physical pain. So with the yoga helped me to stretch out these muscles and move stagnant energy that was in my body. And also I got introduced to meditation. So the meditation is what helped my mental well-being as well. So just being able to tune in to myself and also to release these emotions that I was feeling, that's what helped me with the yoga. But that's why the yoga helped me, was doing those postures and just being grounded, because I did a lot of things outdoors with the yoga. So it was life. Yoga was life.
Right. And you know what? Earlier today, when we was having the conversation on forgiveness, I was actually telling them that when you hold in so much negative energy, your body reacts to that. Your immune system
absolutely
actually reacts to that. Your literally, because your soul, a lot of people understand that your soul is actually connected to your mind and your body. So you're going to feel that. You're going to feel it somehow, some way. You're going to feel that negative energy that you're holding inside of you. You're going to feel it, and some people like yourself and a lot of other people like myself, I'm one of them, they will feel that pain physically in our muscles. Our muscles will become sore. We might become very exhausted, not knowing why we're so exhausted. We could have had all the sleep in the world, but was still exhausted, You know,
Absolutely.
that is because of that negative vibration that we're holding inside of us. It causes
Right.
exhaustion, it causes
Yeah.
muscle pains,
And
it
it's
causes memory, a loss of memory, I should say. It causes so much.
mm-hmm.
Let me see.
And it's crazy because
Oh, peace, peace, peace.
I didn't realize at the time that that's what was going on. Like I would go to the doctor and explain to them what was going on, and they couldn't tell me what was going on. So, and then it didn't come till I didn't learn until later. Like that's once I got like certified in Reiki, that's when I learned more about energy, and
Energy,
how
right.
energy can be transmuted in so many different ways. So, yeah.
The doctor couldn't explain nothing. That's because the doctors don't work holistically. They don't work as a whole. They don't work on
Right.
your mind, body, and soul. They only work on one thing, and it's not the root of the problem. It's not the root.
No.
That's not what they're
Right.
trying to fix. They're just temporarily trying to help that ailment so that you can keep coming back to them.
Mhm.
Because they
Mhm.
completely, if a medical doctor worked on the whole, was a holistic doctor, then they wouldn't see you no more,
Right.
and they will be missing money because they didn't
Yeah.
really help you heal. So that's why the doctor didn't
Absolutely.
know, because the doctor was not trained to know the whole
Mhm.
the whole being. They
Right.
don't know that. So they kind of just like, well, it could be this, it could be that. Let me write you a note,
Mhm.
let me write you a doctor's excuse, and let me give you a prescription. That's what they
I got
do.
a lot of
you know
that.
yes, that's what they do, because they don't have the answers. They just don't have them. So now let's get into your book again. All right. I really
Mhm.
want you to read that Pacific passage, day 13, forgiveness.
Okay. So I
Please
sure
read that.
will.
And show them
I
the book
will.
again.
Yeah, so this is the cover. That's me in the photo shoot I did last year or 2 years ago now. And so the layout of the book is always going to be a picture, kind of and most of the pictures relate to what the topic is. So and then on the reading, we have a quote that's relating to the topic of the day. Then we have the daily reading, and then we have the activity, and then we have the affirmation at the end, as Sister said earlier. And then at the back, we have what I call soul flections. So it's like your journaling space where, and it's called soul flections because it's basically reflections of the soul. So what did your soul learn in that day, that specific day? So I'll go ahead and read day 13, forgiveness. And it's funny that I'm reading this, and then that we have this synchronicity moments about this forgiveness work coming up, because again, healing work is a continuous journey. So I'm still
Right.
working on areas of forgiveness for myself. So that's what I've been doing for the past month. So as we've been in quarantine, I've been doing some forgiveness work for myself. But
Right.
I'll go
So
ahead
and
and read.
that chapter right there is something you need to read over and over again to yourself
Yes,
too. You need to
yeah,
read it over and
absolutely.
over again to yourself. Go ahead. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
So day 13 is forgiveness. Without forgiveness and love, you will live with resentment, bitterness, malice, and strife, which result in more pain. You can never love without forgiving. Forgiveness deepens your ability to love and frees you from pain. And this is from Kimi Sognal. Sorry if I butchered your name, but thank you for the quote. um, Forgiveness is one of life's toughest life lessons. Often, when we are pained by a person or situation, we might build up anger and resentment. We had to realize that forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for you. It is important to remember that forgiveness is for giving. It is you who
Mm-hmm.
gives away forgiveness. Holding on to things can build up dis-ease, which starts in your emotional body and can manifest into other ailments throughout the human anatomy. sometimes we are required to forgive ourselves, to give forgiveness to oneself. So the activity is confront whatever you didn't forgive. You can do this by journaling, speaking to the person who offended or hurt you, role play, or do mirror work. And the affirmation is, I am forgiven. I choose to forgive and let go now.
I love that whole passage, but especially that affirmation. Especially the
Mm-hmm.
affirmation, because today was all about letting go. That's what I've been talking
Right.
about today, letting go. I
Yes.
just, you know what? Hold on one second. I want to play something for you, because this is how much we're on the same wave. I just want to play something
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for everyone, for those who might not have even seen it. So, one second. This is actually this was my message for today. It's called Let It Go.
Peace, divine ones. I'm here to deliver a message that is beneficial to your mental health and well being. Do yourself a huge favor. Let it go. Let go of any form of stress that's tearing you down. Your health is most important to your vitality. It is time to put you first. Until next time, peace, love, and
Mm-hmm.
light.
Mm-hmm. I love
It
it.
was
I
that
love it.
simple. And
Yes.
thank you. Thank you. And that's what it's about, letting it go. It's time to
Mm-hmm.
let it go.
Yeah.
And
And what I'm finding is, I think a lot of times as humans, we like to just hold on to our hurt for some reason. Like, we can't let it go, but it's time to release and let go. It really
yes,
is.
yes, because it's only tearing you down. That's all it's doing. It's
Mm-hmm.
tearing you down. And if we do not learn to forgive, we will eventually be our own demise. That's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to happen.
Right.
And that's not what you want. You want to be able to grow. You want to be able to live in peace, happiness. And to me, success to me is happiness. It's peace,
Mm-hmm.
because whenever I accomplish something, what happens? I'm happy. I'm happy when I accomplish something. That's my success. So most people's success is peace and happiness. But you won't be able to reach that full potential of success if you don't let it go. Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean, like I said earlier, to completely forget about what this person did. No, don't forget about it, because you need to remember whatever it was that caused you pain, so you don't put yourself in that situation again. But don't hold on to it. Like I said before, cut it off like dead ends and continue on with your path and grow. That is such
Absolutely.
a deep passage that I can't wait till I get my book. You all, she mailed me a book a week ago or so. I haven't got it yet. Where I'm at right now, we're not. Our mail is just messed up. The shipments aren't coming in. The shipments that I sent out to people aren't being received just yet. The post office is holding stuff. It's just
Yeah.
ridiculous, and it's
They're
for
backed
weeks,
up.
and it's not fair, because I want my daggone book. Yeah, I want my daggone book. I want my book. Okay, people people are waiting on my books. They want their books. Okay,
Yeah.
like, come on. Like, this is just this whole pandemic thing got us all like, hello.
We might gotta switch over to FedEx or something.
Yes, yes, UPS it. But this USPS is not the business. All right, so we got a we got a nice long message. Let's see what this person said.
Okay.
One second. Hold on. I agree, sisters. When dealing with meditation, with that said, I'm going to share a poem I wrote. Oh, this is a poem. I'm sharing a poem.
All
Y'all
right.
ready? All right. All right. I'm going to share a poem I wrote while in the penile system. Meditation as we strive to overcome our situation, daily concerns, and temptations will always cause hesitation. Once upon a time, I even took medication, thinking it will release my situation, but all it did was wind up sending me on a long vacation. Today, I use meditation as a relation as I show and prove to be God's creation. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I
Listen to
love
that.
that.
Listen to that.
Yes.
Yes, Louise George. Yes, that
Yes.
was nice. All right,
Yes, I
God
like
body over there, 5%er. Yes, that was dope. Look at him
Yes, it
putting the
was.
he put a whole poem in the in the comments. Yes, and I read it too.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Now, is your book published? You got a poem book published, Louise, so we can support you. You know, let us know.
Mhm.
That was nice. Okay. Wow, look at him. Getting his meditation on and telling us about it in the poem. He needs to be on
Mhm.
he needs to be on my soul tree. Mr. George, nice poem. Hold on. Mr. George,
Oh,
nice
that's
poem.
nice.
Very nice. Very nice. That was. Okay. So what in your book, you just read us an excerpt from your book. That was chapter 13. Now,
Mhm.
you're very much in touch and in tune with life. I'm pretty sure you have a passage in there that you feel will resonate with someone else that might be watching.
Mhm.
Please
Definitely.
share us something that you believe someone needs to hear.
Mhm. Well, I feel like I got two things.
Go
Okay, but I'm
ahead.
not gonna read the full. I'll read just the activity for day 9 because I feel like there's a lot of people that need this right now.
Okay.
So since we've been talking about forgiveness and letting go, I want to give you an activity on how to release.
Yes.
So day 9 is release. And the activity is, so if anybody isn't familiar with the healing therapy called grounding. So that's when you go out into the earth and put your feet bare footed out in nature, feet in the ground, or if you can't take your shoes off, you can touch a tree, hug a tree, and that's grounding. So the activity is to go for a slow walk in nature with your bare feet. And each time you take a step, envision that you are releasing things that no longer serve you. Give whatever you release to the earth so our Mother Earth may transmute it into something beautiful. And as you're doing this, the affirmation you can say is, I release the old and welcome in the new into my life. So if you have any difficulty with letting go, releasing, do that, and do that every day for 21 days if you need to. But I feel like, again, because there's a lot of people that's holding on, and me, myself included, grounding is very, very healing.
And repeat that activity one more time. One more time,
Yes.
please. Repeat it again.
I sure will. So the activity for day 9 is to go for a slow walk. Slow walk.
Slow walk.
With
Right.
your barefooted, and each time you take a step, envision that you are releasing things. So even if you need to think about all the things that is currently that you're holding on to, just think about all those things, and then as you take each step, just imagine that these things are being released as you take each step. And whenever you are releasing to the earth, you are giving it to the earth to transmute it into something beautiful. So that's my thing. Anytime I'm saying I'm releasing something, I ask that because I don't want the negative energy to be released and go taken to somebody else. I want to be released and transmuted into something beautiful. And while you're doing that, you can also say the affirmation, I release the old and welcome in the new into my life. And that's day 9.
That is beautiful. And you know what? And when you do the grounding, it is best to walk on the earth itself, like the dirt, grass, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily the concrete, but the dirt and the
Right.
grass. I wanted to add that in there. And sand too, as well. If you're able to go to a beach and do it, that's really good. But
Mm-hmm.
grass and dirt, you know,
Yes.
that's what you want to walk on, you know, just to add that in.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna have to play this back for someone else so that they can hear this because it's this is like really important, you know. It's imperative for
Mm-hmm.
people to know, you know, how to ground
Mm-hmm.
themselves.
Yes.
I'm not up
Absolutely.
here. They just think that grounding is like they're on land or whatever, but no, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's more of a
Yeah.
spiritual connection, you know.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
setting
that
the
was a
intentions along with it.
yes. Especially them affirmations. Them affirmations are everything. Repeat them to yourself
Mm-hmm.
daily, a few times a day if you can. Stick them on the wall so you see them and you read them, just so it's in your mind. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What about what's another excerpt you got for us out that book?
So I will share day 14, because I feel like this time period, this quarantine, like either you are barely surviving or you're thriving. And I pray that everyone is based coming up with like really sitting in and thinking about what you want to do, especially if
Mhm.
you were an employee and you were dependent on a job, and you got let go or you got laid off, whatever. You have to come up with something else to fall back on. So this is a perfect time for us to do our dreams. So instead of living someone else's dream, like I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to live our dreams. So day 14 is about being fearless, because I know a lot of times fear is what stops people from doing what they want to do. And ask
Mhm.
me how I know, because that's what I did for about 3-4 years, staying in fear, thinking about what other people might think about me. So um day 14, be fearless. So the quote is, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And this is by Marianne Williamson.
Mhm.
And the reading is, oftentimes we hold on to ideas and thoughts in our mind, but procrastinate on letting it come into fruition. It is because we let fear take over our lives. What if I fail? What would people think? These are some of the negative questions that can enter our minds to crush our dreams. I invite you to challenge this tendency of your mind today. Ask yourself this question: what would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? I want to read it again. What would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? What would I do if I knew it was not possible to fail? Consider your
Mm.
answer, then be fearless, fear less. So, for our activity, find time to create a physical vision board or a digital vision board. If you're not familiar with vision boards, that's basically getting a poster board, cutting out some pictures, words, anything that you want to happen
Mhm.
that you want to come in fruition into your life. You want to see it. So when we can see it with our physical eyes, and really and truly, your spiritual eye sees it first anyway, but your physical eyes, you can see it every day. You are showing yourself this vision that you want um to happen. And just also to touch on vision board, I created a vision board for myself back in 2017, I want to say, or 18. And I literally have basically accomplished just about everything on that vision board. And whether it be me wanting to get into corporate jewelry, me getting into trading, which I didn't even know was on my vision board till the other day, which was crazy. Even down to the house I currently stay at right now. It's a similar house that's on my vision board. But anyway, so we can go whole in depth into a vision board. But let me get back to the book. So find time to create a physical vision board or a digital one. So going through your phone and just kind of making a little note section and posting pictures or words. Searching for words and images of what you would like to attract in your life. Don't hold back. Be fearless and reach for the stars. And the affirmation is,
Right.
I will overcome my fears to follow my dreams. And I want to leave y'all with that.
That is amazing. I had to go off screen real quick to run and get my vision board.
Oh, yes. I love it.
Go get
I
my
love
vision
it.
board. Yes. Vision
Mm-hmm.
boards. They're so
I love vision boards because they
awesome.
really work.
Activity too.
They really work.
They do. They do. I created this one a year and some change
Mm-hmm.
ago.
Yes, I love
What she's
it.
talking about is definitely what I be on. And I definitely had to get off screen just to go get my vision board, just to show you all. It's that
Yeah.
easy, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
my vision board actually just says new beginnings, new life, abundance of money, love, and peace, wealth,
Mm-hmm.
good health. I got good health down
Mm-hmm.
here. Happy wife. This is a new home.
Mm-hmm.
Success in my shop. That's on this vision board.
Yeah.
But I done accomplished, I believe, all of these. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I believe,
Right.
I believe I done accomplished all of these, and I'm still working, and I'm getting ready to create a whole new vision board. So
Yeah. Myself included.
yeah, add on because my vision board is so small. I'm going to have to create a new one. I'll probably just plaster this on the new board and add around it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just so I can continue to see the other things I had put on there.
Yeah. To see your progress and growth. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna get a bigger board and just take that onto it or glue it onto there and just continue to paste around my board.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, vision boards, girl. Talk about it. Talk about it. Yes,
Yeah.
talk about it. I love it. I love it. Y'all see how awesome she is. See what I'm saying?
Thank
And
you.
I'm gonna gas you. I'm gonna gas you up because you just the bomb to me.
You are too. You are too. I appreciate
I
you.
love everything about you. I love thank you. But I really do love your growth and you're so inspiring. A lot of people say, "Oh, tell me I inspire them," but they don't know how much they inspire me. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I seen that you actually up and left the Carolinas and moved to Atlanta, I was like, look at
Mm-hmm.
her. She really took that leap and she
Yep.
left. You know what I mean? That's very inspirational. Even though I always kind of go places, but that inspired me to take that leap and leave a situation that I was in. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That inspired
Right.
me. You're very inspirational.
Thank you so much.
And you're welcome. And I'm pretty sure you're also motivating people right now as well with your book. Maybe someone's out there like, I need to write a book, or I need to get her book. Where can they get
Mm-hmm.
your book, sis? Where can they get your book?
They can actually get my book on my website. So my website is www.iamlaurendanielle.com. I have physical copies on with me, so I do autograph all of my book copies. Sending you some love as I sign it, and I believe I will be and I will be updating it so that it will be on Amazon Kindle. For those that like the
Awesome.
digital reads. But if you want a physical copy, go to my website, www.iamlaurendanielle.com.
There you
Yep,
go.
just put it up on the screen for us. Thank you.
Yes, no problem. Go to her website to pick up her book. And I will tell you this. This is just my personal experience. I like Google Play books more than Kindle. Kindle
Google Play, okay.
Yeah, I love Google Playbooks more than Kindle because Kindle sometimes the formatting is just kind of off, and Google Playbooks gives you that feel that you're really turning the page because you can see the page turn.
Oh,
It goes when you turn the page.
you put me on because I didn't even know Google Play had a book section. So thank you
Yes,
for
they
that.
do. You're welcome. You know, I'm a publisher, so I be knowing outlets and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah, 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 yeah. That's right.
Playbooks is my favorite. Okay.
Okay, I'll
Playbooks
check them
is
out.
my
Thank you.
favorite. I love Google Playbooks. I used to be a Kindle person until I really got on Google Playbooks, and I was like, I like this, you know.
Yes,
I like this because sometimes
they thank
I don't
you.
have the time to actually read the physical copy, and I just be wanting the digital in my phone when I'm out and about and so
Mhm.
forth. So I just go to Google Play for it. I have a lot of urban fiction books on my Google playlist because I love this author named Kiki Winston. Kiki
Mhm.
Swinson, I'm sorry. And she's the one that inspired me to write my first book, which was my it was a memoir slash self-help book. And this woman inspired me in a major way. She was in jail and she did some years in there for I'm not gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna let y'all figure that out. You know,
Mhm.
I'm giving her a little free promotion, Kiki, for me. Okay. So Kiki, she was in prison, wrote her first book, and became a millionaire from prison. Okay.
Wow, that's dope.
Yes. And her stories have something to do with her life. So she has the wifey series. She has she has this she has so many books. Just put it like this. She has the Candy Shop. You gotta read that girl books. Like if you're because her books are urban fiction, but they're also you can also relate to them in ways.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I
I
mean?
love
So I
that.
have
I
some in
gotta
my
check
Google
her out.
Play and in my Kindle. It's like then yes, her name is Kiki Swinson. And then I also have my healing books. I'm really big on healing and I'm really big on self-help books and poetry
Mhm.
books. I love reading me some poetry. I've been I read some poetry till I go to sleep or I'll listen to it. So
Yeah, I definitely have to check her out too. Yeah.
yeah, Kiki Swinson, you got to. And she's awesome. She's with Keniston Publishing. That's who she's with. That's one of the only authors I only read like that. I'm talking about outside of our circle, like when it comes to the healing.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know, like she's one of the only authors I read. Besides, there's another author I read. She's independent. Her name is Shakima Haygood, and
Mhm.
she's also a good friend of mine. And she has a series called Growing Pains. You got to read it. You got to read it.
Yeah,
Shakima
definitely
Haygood.
send me those links because I
I
definitely
will.
want to check them out. I love self-help books as well. I love it.
Hmm.
'Cause
It is
again, it's
self
a
help books
continual
help
process.
you. Self help
Right.
books help you. You know, like
Mhm. Yeah.
you might be trying to help your friend by supporting his or her book, but when you read it, it's actually helping you too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So self-help books are awesome. I love them.
Mhm.
And poetic books. I got to give a shout out to the poetry. Poetry is real calm and, depending on the poetry it is. They got some really upset poetry out there, you know.
Yeah.
Some really
Mhm.
angry poetry. So, in any case, I'm sorry, I got off track. So I love me some books. So, um,
Are you good?
I am laurendanielle.com. Go to her website, and support this sister. And she also makes jewelry. You see that bomb ring on my finger? She made
I
it.
love that ring.
I love it too. When she made it from scratch, it was handmade. She made
Yes.
it from scratch. I picked up the stone and she made it for me. You see that? She just a
Stone of
bomb.
abundance. Century.
Copper. Whew. Yes. Look at it. I always show off. I gotta show off my ring. This is my baby birthstone, y'all. So yes, and it's copper. She wrapped it with copper, and it's just yeah, yeah. I love me. So anyway,
I'm glad you love it.
check out her jewelry. Check out her jewelry, check out her books, check out her journey, support her. She got some stuff going on in Atlanta. Tell them what you got going on in Atlanta.
Well, if anyone is interested in yoga, or detox therapy, so I do have a group and individualized detox plan, and it's 21 days. So I'm basically your accountability partner. So I hold you accountable during this detox. I know a lot of times when we get started on new habits, it's kind of hard to keep it. So that's where I come in to be your accountability, and I often jump in on the detoxes myself, just so that I can show that I'm there to truly support you. If Yoni Steaming, vibrational sound therapy, and I actually have a bowl right here. So if you want to experience any type of pain, stress, anxiety relief, this session is really good for that, because it activates our parasympathetic nervous system.
Tell them how it
Our
works.
relaxation response. Huh?
Tell them how that works. And where did you get that bowl?
Yeah. So basically, this bowl, it goes on the body, so it's similar to massage, and basically I place the bowl strategically along your body, and the sounds and the vibrations of the bowls activate your parasympathetic nervous system. So if I had water in here, the bowls would basically, the water will basically be swirling around, and I like to tell people, well, that's basically the inside of your body being activated. So I always tell people, when you're experiencing this, set intentions of what you want to experience. I just had an amazing session with a sister that just had her breast removed, and she was in so much pain, and she couldn't sleep the night before. And her aunt got in touch with me because she knew I was here in Atlanta, and I basically dropped everything to go support her, and she felt amazing after the session, and it literally brought me to tears that these bowls can bring that much healing and support to somebody. So this is my favorite therapy service, because of that very reason, because it really truly helps people to heal, and also the intentions that I put behind it as well. But yeah, outside of that, and then hula healing is what when I dance. If anybody follows me on social media, they know I dance with the hula hoop, which has also been helpful in my healing journey. So I call it hula healing with Danielle, and I actually started making collapsible hula hoops. So if you connect with me on social media, you'll be seeing, or on my website, social media is Soul Divine Vibes. I will be hosting a hula healing month, basically, where you can get a collapsible hula hoop made by me, and then you can tune in to a weekly hula healing fitness class with me. So stay tuned
So
for
you
that. I'm
make
so
the hula
excited.
hoop.
I do. I make them now. Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. Can you explain
I
to
make
them
them.
why that
Uh-huh.
circle is so important? Explain to them why that circle is so important for that hula hoop.
That
What does
circle.
that mean? Yeah, tell them about it.
So for one, to me, I'm thinking about circle of life. Like, to me, that again, it was a life-giving therapy for me. Like, it gave me life, literally, to learn how to dance with the not even learn to just dance, because I wasn't a hula hooper when I was younger. Like, it just literally came to me, and it has been so transformative for me. So that circle reminds me of life, the circle of self-love, the circle of healing, the circle of life.
It's a
That's what
sacred
that represents
circle.
to me.
It's a sacred
Yeah, it's a
circle.
sacred circle, definitely. Yes,
It's a sacred circle.
absolutely. Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't even know. I just realized that you was doing a sacred circle with the hula hoop. I think I seen it about a month. I was like, she
Yeah.
did everything now. She done went to Atlanta and just started going ham. Came to my city, started going ham. I was looking at
Yes.
but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I really want you all, if y'all out here in Atlanta, out there in Atlanta, I'm not in Atlanta right now, but if you in Atlanta, check her out. Go to her website. I'm pretty sure you can go to the other, sites that she mentioned and so forth through her site. Soul Divine Healing.
So Divine Vibes on
So Divine Vibes.
Instagram. Yeah, and
Instagram.
even if you're not in Atlanta, like I do a lot of stuff virtually now. So even if you're not in Atlanta, you can still contact me and reach out to me. Again, I plan on doing a lot of more virtual things. So stay tuned. Soul Divine Vibes on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm putting a post on here now on FB and Instagram. Soul Divine Vibes. SOUL or
And Divine
SOLE.
is SOUL.
Okay. And the divine
And
is
then
spelled the
Divine
regular way
is,
too? Or did you spell it
yep,
with an E?
DIVI. No,
All
with the
right.
I. Uh-huh.
Okay, people be changing up the spelling. I just want to make
Right.
sure you
No,
spelled it the
no,
actual
yeah.
way. Okay, all right.
Absolutely.
So let's put this in here. Let's plug this in.
Yep, that's it.
All right. I just want to make sure before I plugged it in that I spelled it correctly. Because people be follow her on FB and IG. They go her website. Holla at my sister. She is awesome. Like I said, I'm so impressed. I'm impressed.
Thank
Do you have a
you.
YouTube?
I do have a YouTube. I need to get back into posting there more, but I have a lot of videos on there that I started last year. But I upgraded my equipment so I can start doing, so the quality is not that great, but the message is of great quality. So, and my YouTube is Soul Divine TV, where we bring truth to your vision.
Is that the whole thing?
Soul Divine TV, just Soul Divine TV.
That's it.
Yep.
All right. On YouTube. Okay, save. Now let's get that going.
Yep.
All right. Y'all better go check her out. Check her out and support her. I really appreciated you. I appreciate you so much for coming on the show again and again
I
and
appreciate
again.
you. I love it. I love
you
what
too.
you're doing with this, with your show.
Thank you.
I love
Thank
it.
you. I love
You can
being
tell
able
you
to
really
bond
put your
with you
all
all.
to it.
I try my best. You all give me life, at times when I'm feeling a little drained and everything. So I get on here and I'm just so cheerful, like
Yeah.
I get so happy to see you all have y'all the energy, your face is glowing, you just be ready to go. And I love it because it I kind of vibrate off of you. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, she looks happy, it's making me happy. When we talk backstage
Yeah.
before we go live, and I'm all excited, like, yes, I can't wait to go live,
Right,
So
right.
you all definitely give me that energy and give me that boost when I'm feeling drained because I work so much. I'm always working. I'm editing books all day long. I have my children I'm taking care of, and I'm homeschooling, and I'm doing my fitness, training and all this other stuff that's just like draining the heck out of me at times. So this is a
recharge.
recharge, and it's relaxing to me. I love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you so much for coming on the show. I want you all show them the book again, please.
There it is. A Journey to Well-Being.
Y'all see it. 21 Days to Mind, Body, Spirit, and Health. A Journey to Well-Being. Make sure you all check out her book. And when I receive my book, whenever the mail decides to give me my daggone mail, I will be back on again with her, and I'll be reading the book.
Yes,
I'll be reading the
love
book.
it.
Yes, I will. I'll be reading the book. I'll probably come on here reading my own book, my last book I just released, which is The Shit Starts With You. But I'll book before mine. I got to put all yours out there first. Probably do mine at the end of the month. I don't know, but hopefully I get my book by the end of the month.
I know. I want
USPS
to look at the tracking and see what's going on. See where
there's
it's
nothing
at.
going on. They're They're just holding it. They're just holding it. I had to contact them myself about things, and they're just holding our mail, our shipments and stuff like that
Oh, okay.
because of coronavirus, and they're saying there's a lack of mailmen and so forth, whatever the heck's going on. So they're just holding our stuff, playing games with our money. That's what it is, because we have to pay for this stuff, and they don't care. But anyway, anyway, I can't wait till this is all over with, so we can get back to our normal schedule, you know.
Right. Yes, and coming back stronger and better than ever.
You know
Definitely.
it. You know it. You know it. So we'll be talking a little later on my audio podcast. So I'll talk to you later. I'll hit you up in the inbox. It was great, everyone, for tuning in. I love you
Thank
all.
you.
I love you, Lauren.
Thank you. Love you too. Thank you.
problem.
Thank you. Talk to you soon. Peace.
It's the scoop with Fari. Go off.